This right here in front of me is the Zhiyun Weebill S. I know, obviously you clicked on the thumbnail, you clicked on the video because we're here to talk about the Zhiyun Crane 2S. However, I wanted to kind of show you what I have been using, and I love the Weebill S because it literally is such a strong little machine that does so much, and it can actually handle a large payload. However, my camera of choice currently is the Sony a7 III, and I like to use a small rig camera cage on it. The problem is with that, I have to take it out of the cage every time I want to use the Weebill S, because even though it can handle a strong payload, it can't handle that much of a payload with the cage on it. So I got to remove that. But I'm really excited because today we're going to be talking about the brand new Zhiyun Crane 2S, and it can actually handle my camera with the cage on it. I don't need to take it apart when I want to use my gimbal. Because of that, the Zhiyun Crane 2S handles large camera support for cameras such as the Blackmagic 6K, the Panasonic S1H, the 1DX Mark II, and the Nikon D850. All heavy cameras can be handled all by the Crane 2S. Some new features is that it also has vertical camera mount abilities, so that instead of filming and cropping your video to fit vertically, later on you can actually film in vertical mode really fast and really quick. So all of that does make the gimbal pretty heavy. However, it does come with a carbon fiber handle. So stick around, and when we get back, let's get into this box right here for the Zhiyun Crane 2S. I forgot to turn the lights on my shelf, and now I just did, and you can see Baby Yoda head is just wobbling there, is bobbling there. Hey Baby Yoda, how are you? I know his name's not Baby Yoda. Anyway, this right here is the Zhiyun Crane 2S. It comes with the styrofoam case. It's kind of nice because you get to carry it with you, and it's really slim and compact. I really like that. But let's open it up here. Got these two clips on the top. Let's open that, and then there it is. So right here, let's go through the box and what we have here. We have a Manfrotto plate. There is the tripod grip mount, so you screw this on underneath, and it's also a tripod for the gimbal. This right here goes with this right here, and this is for lens support for the heavier lenses. If you have a large, long lens that you want to put on there, that'll help support it so that the weight of the lens isn't supported by just the motor of the gimbal. This is a box of goodies right here. Let's go through that. I think there's USBs inside. I think. Okay, we've got some 1/4-inch screws as well as some Allen wrenches on there, and that's going to be for your Manfrotto plate. You've got an assortment of USB-C cables for the gimbal, so if your camera is compatible with the gimbal, you can take advantage of some of the advanced features like focus control. So you have USB-C to micro, USB-C to mini, USB-C to I don't know. I don't know all the names of them. USB-C to USB-C, but you have a few cables there that come with it. As well as there's this one right here. It's a longer cable. It's a USB-C to USB, I believe, 3.0 or 2.0, whatever it is, the classic one. And this one is specifically so that you can charge the batteries with. I dropped it. I tried to be cool. That didn't work. You know, you can only try so hard to be cool, and you realize you're not that cool. But once you acknowledge that you're not that cool and you're happy with who you are, then you are happy with who you are. The more you know. Okay, let's go back in. This is a riser plate that goes onto the Manfrotto plate to lift the camera higher, just in case there's items on your camera that touch the plate that won't allow it to go down. We've got a charger here, like I said before. That USB-C cable goes right into here, and you can charge your 3 batteries. What I love about these Zhiyun gimbals is that it comes with these type of lithium-ion batteries, and because these batteries are removable, you could buy some more, charge them up, and have a bunch with you, so you can swap them out during the day if you shoot with it. However, I believe there is a pretty decent runtime on these batteries. And last but not least, this is what you mount the plate onto, and this goes onto the camera. What this does is allows you removable, quick and easy access from going regular horizontal mode to vertical mode. So you can shoot vertically. So those are the components of the gimbal. I kind of want to walk through how to put it together here. I haven't owned any of the cranes before, but I love how there's these 0 swinging axis locks onto here, so that the gimbal can stay in place during transport. Here is that beautiful carbon fiber handle I was telling you about. You unscrew that, and you throw the batteries in. Then you can see in here the icons of where to put the negative and the positive of the batteries. Positive, negative, just like that. Just like that. And one more, just like that. Screw the carbon fiber handle back on. Screw the bottom on here. This is a 1/4 inch here, and you also have another 1/4 inch here, so that you can actually attach things like monitors and other arms onto there. You can even put 2 of these on here and shoot like that if you wanted to. But for now, we'll put it on the bottom. I don't think we need anything else other than this plate and this plate. That's all we're taking. So before I continue setting the rest of it up, let's explore a little bit about it. I love this color scheme. You guys know that I own and operate my own creative agency called Salt City Garage, and these are the colors actually. Dark gray, dark black, and gold. So I love the colors here. I'm a big fan of the colors. Right here you have the focus knob, so you can actually use it to manual focus your camera. It has a larger screen right here that runs about less than 1 inch. And here's your joystick controls. This is where you control everything about the gimbal. And then this right here, this is fancy. It's a USB-C port. However, this USB-C port is only for firmware updates. It's not for charging. Unfortunately, I wish it was. Here's your trigger right here. It's kind of hidden. So you kind of hold it there and you can double click and it'll recenter your gimbal. Okay, so let's go about this here. What we're gonna do is make sure everything on the bottom is tight. Don't want anything falling off during shooting. Okay. And another thing I discovered about these 0-axis gimbal locks is, say you had it unlocked, and you can actually lock it anywhere, and then when you turn it, it'll click into place. So I kind of like that. So you don't need to like search where the locking place is and then lock it. You can actually just start locking it from the get-go, and it'll go into place. I really like that. But let's unlock this here, and you know what's funny is it actually told you which side was up. I liked that part of the gimbal. As silly as it is, I liked knowing which part was the back of the gimbal, which side went up. That really helped me during setup. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. This is a beautiful machine. I really do like it. Something that I can cheat to tell myself that is that it has to say Crane right side up. For the not so bright people like myself. Unlock this one. Okay. And I actually like my gimbals to be easy access, so I use something like this. I use this locking plate to go on there. You need to loosen this. Slide that into place and lock it. Okay, we're getting close. Then arrow goes that way, so you slide your man photo plate on that way, and make sure this is loosened as well. Okay. So let me get my phone out because there are dedicated controls here. I have the A6300 actually set up to the gimbal right now. I know I said I usually shoot with my A7 III, but for demo purposes, I'm using the 6500. What you want to do is you hold down this. What you want to do to turn it on is you press down this red record button. Now, when you first get it for setup, you want to download the Zhiyun ZY Play app, and what you're going to do there is activate your gimbal. I've already done that, but yeah, download the app. But with that, you can actually access some pretty cool features in there. For example, I can go left and right and control the gimbal from my phone. Go up and down, left, up, down, even record. And if you don't have the cable attached to the camera and the gimbal, you won't be able to access features like focus or recording or any of the advanced features that come with it. But you can use the gimbal without the cable. Okay, this feature is really cool. If you use your phone, you could turn on sync motion and you can use your phone as a remote to control the gimbal. You could also control the pan axis, the tilt axis, and the roll axis of the smoothness and the speed. So if I turn my phone this way, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's already built into the gimbal and the app. That's pretty good. How fast can it go? Is there a little bit of a delay there? You be the judge. Pre-programmed, there's 6 different shooting modes. On my phone here, I have PF, so it actually looks like it locks the focal point. Vertical, however, it turns with me left and right. Look at my phone here. I've now switched to F, and what does that do? It turns everything with the gimbal. So up, down, all around. Now let's switch to L. Oh, look at that. If I turn, if I go up, if I go down, the camera is locked in that one position there. Phone go. Let's do anything with my phone. Oh, this is like those fast whip pan moves. Right there, I've selected POV. POV turns with me. It's almost like wherever I turn my body, there's a nice gentle delay, and anywhere I want to turn the camera instead of locking that axis. I tapped on vortex mode. Yeah, I'll know what that is that I can hold it in gun mode, and with the joystick I hold left and it's gonna twist to give you that cool effect like you've seen in Inception. So like I said, you could also use the M button here to go through those different modes too. So not only are there shooting modes for when you're filming, there's also automated shooting modes. You could shoot panorama, you could shoot time lapse, you could shoot motion lapse, which is like a time lapse, or even long exposure time lapses. This machine does a lot of things. I think it's so robust. There's so many features and so many different shooting modes. I don't know if I'm ever going to use all of them, but there's so many options there for however many different kind of shooters there are. So in conclusion, is this gimbal worth it? Is it worth getting if you already have a gimbal, or is it worth getting it all? Well, let me show you this. This is the Weebill S. There is a massive size comparison there. This obviously has a stronger motor on it because it can handle a larger payload. I like this one. I love the Crane 2S because I don't have to take my camera out of the cage whenever I want to use it. I can keep it on the cage, and the weight of this combination here isn't too heavy, but I feel like it is a little too heavy for the Weebill S. And yeah, I just don't want to unscrew everything every time I have to shoot. And the shooting modes on this I've just showed you were pretty easy to use, gives you buttery smooth imagery, and overall it just looks really awesome. Very easy to use. You saw me use like 6 modes in front of you here, and that was very easy to use. So let me know what you guys think. Are you gonna get one? I think they're cool. What do you think of the color scheme? Love that gold and black. If you found this demo helpful and you like what you saw and you want to check out some more cool tech with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it as we try to grow this channel even more to help support my little channel that could. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.